Yeah, I know, with everything going on this week, it seemed like there were 1,000 sports, but it was just the big Iowa win there, and then we had some other stuff going on as well. It was a busy weekend here.
Yeah, and the volleyball team welcomed another ranked opponent to town.
It was a fun matchup on Sunday when the volleyball team took on number 22 ranked Purdue inside of Carver Hawkeye Arena. Purdue was able to strike first as they took the first set 25-20, but Iowa bounced back in the second set.
The Hawks were trailing 16-11 before going on a 14-3 run, thanks to Claire Sheehan and Kelsey O'Neill, who each had 3 kills to take on a second set.
Yeah, it was another tightly contested battle in the third set as there were 9 ties and 4 lead changes, but the Hawks came out on top, which was Claire Sheehan's kill that secured the 25-23 Iowa victory, and the Hawks took the match lead 2-1.
On to the fourth set with no surprise was another close one on the entire way through with another score to 24-24. Purdue scored 2 consecutive points to force the fifth set.
But in set number 5, Purdue got the early lead and never trailed as they stole the match back from the Hawks, defeating Iowa 3-1.
Thought we were really effective and aggressive and kept a great true mental toughness attitude all the way through, and we got to the fifth set and just kind of flattened out. The tight games like that is what we preach to our team all year long, right from the beginning of preseason all the way till now, which is we are going to be in tight match moments with the best teams in the country, and that's what the Big Ten's all about, and we just are still looking for ways to finish that off, and we need our go-to players to step up, we need our pass and serve game to be so lock solid, and just lots of things that we can look at and say, well, we can do it better.
The Hawks will be back in Carver this weekend to face the #1 team in the nation when Penn State comes to town. And we will all know Iowa pulled out the stops against Ohio State this weekend, clobbering the Buckeyes 55-24.
Yeah, no one will soon forget Nate Stanley's performance, but just in case, the LA Iowa TV's Bo Bowman has more on Stanley's stellar game.
You play best when you're having fun.
Fun. Just one word used by Iowa quarterback Nate Stanley in the biggest game of his career, a game that proved he had the leadership skill to turn this football team into something great.
His stats, his game, it speaks for itself. We love Nate. He put the team on his back as he should, and we followed him.
Followed him all the way to the most important place on the football field. The end zone, where Iowa's quarterback Nate Stanley was able to connect with his receivers 5 times, becoming only one of 2 quarterbacks in Iowa's history to throw for that many touchdowns in a game.
I think we wanted to be balanced all game, and we came out and did that pretty well. And I think it just comes back to how well the offensive line prepared all week, and they did a great job all game, and they just came out and executed super well.
Not one to take much credit for himself, but Iowa football always gives credit where credit is due.
He did a lot of really good things today against really good competition, so that was impressive. And I think probably my favorite play is the one where he's got the guy bringing him down, and he finds a way to get the ball in the end zone there for a touchdown.
And it's games like these that add confidence to the sophomore quarterback.
I think as the year's gone on, I've definitely felt a little more comfortable, in the pocket, and have more trust in the offensive line. And the last couple of weeks, they've had great practices and played really well. So that builds confidence in me too.
Who will never forget the night the Hawks stunned Ohio State.
The happiness and joy on each other's faces is pretty special.
From Kinnick Stadium, Bo Bowman, DITV Sports.
Stanley is the only second Iowa quarterback to throw that many touchdowns in a game. The other one is Chuck Long.
The women's basketball team was back in action this weekend for their first game of the season, and we saw a familiar face on the court. Natalie Iacopetti gives us more on one player's inspiring return.
Junior Tanaya Davis had a strong comeback onto the court after her season ended in February last year when she tore her ACL in a game against Michigan. At the Hawkeyes' first opening game, she had a starting spot and had about 28 minutes on the court with a total of 12 points.
Coming off 8 months without playing a single basketball game, Tanaya Davis brought a lot of confidence and energy onto the court for the Hawkeyes in their first home game against Minnesota State Moorhead.
Just to see that go down and just to get my confidence back and just get back in the flow of a real-life game situation, it was amazing.
She brings a lot to our team, experience, confidence, swag. She's got a little bit of it all. Her offensive ability to pass, handle the ball. We're hard to be pressed when she's on the floor with Kathleen.
I have a lot more confidence than what I had coming in. I mean, I was very excited coming in, but now I'm just ready to go.
That she can guard the ball really well. She can pick up the ball and hawk it really well, bringing the ball down the court.
Just to see that go down and just to get my confidence back and just get back in the flow of a real-life game situation, it was amazing.
The Hawkeyes' next game is at Carver Hawkeye Arena at 5 p.m. on Friday. Reporting for Iowa Women's Basketball, I'm Natalie Iacopetti with Daily Iowan TV Sports.
Tenaya Davis and the rest of the team will be back in action for their game Friday against Quantipac University.
Be sure to check back in tomorrow for updates from Iowa football's press conference.
And for a closer look on one basketball player's journey to the court season. Guys, back to you.